Hey guys, Piston Slap here, and this vlog is going to be a little bit different than the others that we've done in the past. It's going to be more about us covering our butt, and also, we're going to be doing the voiceover type vlog today. So, what I want to talk about today is insurance, more to the line of life insurance or accidental death insurance. When I first bought my motorcycle, my insurance agent sat me down. He goes, I'd like to talk to you about the things that most people don't want to talk about. The things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. And I said, okay, what are you on about? What's going on? He goes, well, you got a loving wife and a daughter at home. What happens if you don't make it back from one of your road trips? Something happens, car pulls out in front of you, you hit an animal, something. He goes, hope it never happens, but what's in place for them after you're gone? And then he followed the question up as, let me ask you this: are you the breadwinner, or are you the main provider in the house? And in my situation currently, yes, I am. So he goes, let's just think about this good and hard. What do you owe? How much do you have left on your house that you owe? How much in cars? How much would it take to set your wife up for a year, 2 years, maybe even 5 years? So we started looking at numbers and everything, and everybody's going to be different, and so we sat down on a number, and I was sitting there thinking about it, and it does make sense, guys. I mean, it's one of those things. There's a risk in anything that we do in life, and I'm not saying that I'm living life scared by any means, but I want to be able to provide for my family after, or if anything, not after I die, but like if anything were to happen to me while I'm out and about doing whatever. It doesn't have to be on my motorcycle. I could be on my way home in a car and a meteor or something weird, like it'll ever happen, but it's a crazy world we live in. With that, guys, if you don't have something in play and you've got a family on the backside, I think you're selling yourself short. If not, you're really, sticking it to your family, because the last thing they want to find out is, their loved one's dead. And two, there's nothing, I mean, unless you're like a millionaire or something and you just got money, out every, orifice of your body. The majority of us, I couldn't afford to pay off my house, with what I got in my bank account. I couldn't, I can't do that. I'm like the Joe average American. You live paycheck to paycheck. Other than that, just getting back to, how your family would feel. Put yourself in their situation. If you were the one bringing home the small paycheck that just kind of helps ends meet, and all of a sudden you take that huge financial chunk out of the picture, you're talking, you're going to be losing your home, your automobiles, whatever else you got loans on, liens on, things like that. The way of life, your family's going to grow up without you. Or, if you have a young daughter like me, I want her to, at least have something out there. It's not one of those, heart-to-heart conversations, but I always like you guys, just to think about that. Keep it in the back of your mind. If anything, just sit down with your insurance agent, talk to him about it, see what he would recommend you. What he thinks. You'd be surprised how much life insurance is. And, there are all sorts of different types. I'm not the guy to ask about what kinds or how or any of the ins and outs about it. I just, I got it, and I believe that I'm better off for having it. At least I know my family is if something happens to me. Alright. So, hope you guys have enjoyed it this far. Sorry if it was such a doom and gloom kind of beginning. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Where we're headed today is up Highway 21 in Idaho to a town called Idaho City. Got a nice little river here that we kind of just follow along as we go up and down the twists and turns through the canyon. Some pine trees, and it's all sorts of cool stuff. The second part we want to talk about, it is Finally springtime, guys. It is warm enough to actually get out and do something. For you guys in the southern United States and closer to that equator where it's warmer, well, it was springtime a long time ago for you guys. But here on the northern side of the United States, up towards Canada and stuff like that, we're now just breaking 60s and stuff like that. So, just give you guys an idea. The road, surprisingly, hardly any sand. I mean, off on the edges maybe, and that was about it. No slipping or anything like that for me. With that being said, this kind of makes me feel a little bit hypocrite with you guys watching me tear up these corners and stuff like that. But with springtime comes a lot of things for us veterans, and I don't know if I could quite call myself a veteran at this point. It was on my third season of being out on the streets. But for the guys that are veterans, you've heard this a million times. People that drive cars year-round, that don't ride motorcycles all winter long, have not seen motorcycles. So this time of year, when you're traveling, you kind of want to just up your senses when you're getting to a car that's pulling out or something, even if you just see the nose and they're stopped. They may see you physically with their eyeball, but their brain is only registering for cars, so they're gonna miss. I've had it happen I can't even count how many times, this season so far, just commuting back and forth to work. But accidents happen and stuff like that, so I like to just be a little extra aware of my surroundings when I'm heading back and forth to work or out riding about, because it's beginning of riding season up here for us, so we got to keep our heads up and looking forward, keep an eye on what everybody else is doing basically. This last weekend, and by the time this comes out, it's going to be a couple weekends, but dude, people are falling off their bikes, cars are pulling out in front of them left and right up here. So we got to do what we got to do to protect ourselves. Along with that, watching out for others and cars and stuff, I understand they should watch for us, but I don't know about you, but picking up a bike off the ground isn't okay. So you didn't see me. If I could have prevented it, I would have. I don't like dropping my stuff on the ground. Let's see, what do we got else? Let's take it easy. If you guys checked your bikes out, or did you just pull it out of the garage and go for that 150-mile ride, or you guys need a tune-up. When's the last time you changed the brake fluid? I've got one of those videos I'm working on. I'd like to throw this out there. If you guys are still hanging in there, Maxima Racing Oils this year sponsored me for the brake fluid, the engine oil, and the coolant. Any fluid I needed this year. So I figured we're going to do oil, brake. Well, we already got an oil video, but we're going to do brake fluid and coolant and all this stuff. But still, checking your tires, guys. How old are those tires? Some of us, we don't ride aggressive enough to wear the rubber down, but maybe that tire's, dated, it's starting to crack. Stuff like that. How many, you hear about it on the sport bikes, a lot of heat cycles, I'm sure that plays over a little bit more on, onto your cruisers and touring type bikes. They still, you heat them up, cool them down. I mean, if you're starting to get, dry cracking and stuff like that, or even feathering, would a new set of tires really hurt you? Check your chain, check your brake pads, which is another thing when we're doing the brake services and stuff. We're going to be checking the brake pads and stuff like that. I currently have, I think, about 5,000 miles on my bike. I check the brakes probably every 3 to 6,000, or 3 to 6,000 months, right? 3 to 6 months. Just take a peek in there and make sure we're not grinding metal to metal, stuff like that. Chain, obviously, side to side, check your slack and everything, make sure it's good like that. Lubricate it. You guys know how I lubricate my stuff. Got a video for you for that. And then, your gear, your gloves, check them out. Torn seams and stuff like that. Your jacket, zippers that are messed up. Pants, stuff like that. Whatever you guys got. Just kind of do a once over on everything. Make sure it's all ready to go. Because you don't, imagine if you were where I'm at and your bike just shuts off on you you know, for, you know, say something simple, you know, like you had old gas in it, plugged up the injector or something. But, you know, it'd be a tow bill, man. You don't want that. So, anyway, you know, it's the start of season, you know, guys, stay safe out there. And again, you know, maybe give your insurance guy a call about that life insurance policy, you know. So, I'm Piss and Slap, guys. You know, thanks for staying with me, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Like I said again, this is Highway 21 heading up from Boise, Idaho to Idaho City. Great road, so if any of you local guys here are watching this video, definitely take a trip up on a nice sunny day. It's worth it right now. It's good. So, alright guys, if you like the content that we have here today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, share it on your favorite social media, and if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. Take care.